Hey guys, so welcome to today's video. If you're here, then you're thinking about trading or you've been trading for quite some time, but if you're brand new to it, I want to go over some of the fundamentals of trading. So you look down and you see all of these charts and all of these things going on, but what does any of it mean? So what we really have to start with is what is a candle? Now, there's a whole bunch of different ways to display price action in the form of line, point and figure, all these different ways that you can display price across a period of time. But what I've used and what I've used for 15 years is what is called a candlestick chart. In this very short video that I've got for you, I'm going to go over just the very basic fundamentals of what it means to look at a candle, an open, a close, a high, and a low. What does that mean? And as we go forward, we're going to look at what these patterns mean, okay? So, guys, at a fundamental level, everything you see on a chart is human emotion depicted in the form of candle patterns, all right? So we need to understand the basic principle of what a candle is, and in this very short tutorial, things like 3-4 minutes long, I go over exactly what a candle is, what it represents, and what it means for us as traders as we look at identifying what's going on with the market, what's going on with the human emotion involved. We have to start there. It's the absolute basics of trading. So let me know if you guys have any questions along the way. I'm here to answer any questions that you may have, and I will see you guys on the other side of this video. Let's dive in. Let's start with what is a candle? What is this green thing on your screen, Nick? What am I looking at here? And a candle, all it is it simply represents trading activity that occurs during a fixed time frame. So this candle could be a 1-minute chart, it could be a 3, a 5, 15, 60, weekly, daily, whatever you want it to be, whatever you tell your platform that you want to be displayed, it will display to you. Now, I know that there's like tick charts and things like that, but at Trading Price, we use time. So that's the only thing that I use. I don't use any fancy point and figure or anything, charts like that. We use candle charts that are time-based. So a candle is made up of really 4 different things. An open, a close, a high, and a low. And what happens in the open and close is called the body. So in a green candle, all a green candle shows is that price opened here and it closed above it. That's it. That's all that the green candle tells us, is that price opened at a certain period of time, price traded along the way, and then it closed above it. What the wicks show us is where price traded before the candle closed, okay? So if we open in the bottom left and we close in the upper right and that low comes down, that just means that price came down and then it came back up before it closed. And the same thing with the high. Price opened, it ran high, and then it came back down before it closed. So here's just a very simple example of how that might look. These are made up numbers. I didn't pull this from a chart or anything like that, but let's say that price opened at 1567, okay? And it closed at 1580. So we have the open in the bottom left, the close in the upper right, but along the way, price traded as low as 1560, that's that low wick that you see, and as high as 1591. So that's what these this open and close in these highs and these lows represent, the wicks represent, is just the open and close in the high and the low. That's all. And in the red candle, it's the exact opposite of a green candle. We open in the upper left, and price trades what it does what it does, but eventually it closes below where it opened, and we display it as a red candle. Now, I use green and red. You can tell your platform to display whatever colors that you want, but generally we use green and red. So that's all that they do, though, is they represent trading activity that occurs during a fixed time frame. And the shape, size, and patterns that are created out of these candles, they can show us where professional traders are and where the true balance of supply and demand are. So If you haven't, write this down or print out these slides. Make sure that you understand what these are, because while it's simple, you got to know. You got to know what these wicks mean. You got to know what the open and the close are, and what's happening with price. So guys, that's what a candle is. It simply represents the price movement across a certain time frame, and it represents a open, a high, a low, and a close, and what happened in between those. And depending on whether it's red or green, you either open high and close low if it's a red, or you open high and close, or open low and close high if it's a green. So guys, this is the very first fundamental step in understanding what it means when you're looking at a chart, and we're going to move into what patterns mean. So we're going to see multiple candles in a row, and they create certain patterns, and that's what we're going to be trading, is this human emotion that comes in patterns, because humans, for the course of the entire history, have repeated themselves. So we're going to see that and what that means displayed on a chart in the following video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go to Trade Like Nick if you want to join me in our fourth quarter challenge. I think right now we're up 32% since just October 1st. And right now it's October 13th. So we've done pretty well, but we have very, very strict rules involved in all of that. But we got to know what a candle is first. Then we're going to get into candlestick, candle patterns and what those mean. And then we'll go into bigger and better things, like taking trades and stops and losses and targets, and how we figure out all of those things. And then some of our stacking the odds studies, of course. So guys, tradelikenick.com to join me in our fourth quarter challenge and start using this information to profit in the market for some supplemental income. All right, guys, see you on the next video.